Hey you guys, welcome to another mini course. We're going to be doing a balloon wall today. Now, if you haven't already, go and download our first balloon garland course and watch the full video so you can know how to make a basic garland, because you're going to need that for the base of your balloon wall. But if you already know how to make a basic garland, then you're good to go. So what I'm doing now is just getting my first garland ready. And so you're going to need 5 basic garlands, and you're going to need 15 quads per garland. So that's the length that you're going to have each garland. Make sure they're 15 quads because that's the perfect length. So now what I'm doing is just getting my first garland ready to be twisted onto my pipe and drape pole. So now we're about to twist it on one end to our 8x10 pipe and drape stand. If you need one of these, they're on my Amazon storefront. Just visit our website and the link is on the home page. We're just going to twist that in just like that. Simple. And it's going to be good and firm just like that. So now we're going to take it to the other end and we're going to twist it the same. And so now we're going to add all of our garlands on top of each other going upward. So all we're doing now is just grabbing those 5 garlands one by one and stacking them on top of each other and twisting them on both ends of your pipe and drape poles. Okay, now once you complete that step, we're going to step back and look at all of our gaps that we have, because you are going to have some gaps that we're going to tighten up with the next step that we take. So right now we're just, acknowledging the gaps. You're going to step back and look at it. Now we're going to use 260 balloons in our next step. And what we're doing now is just we're going to tighten those gaps up that we were just looking at when we stepped back. So now we have a gap here. So we're going to take the 260 balloon and wrap it around the top balloon and pull it down to that bottom balloon. And we're going to tie it. And once we tie it, you're going to see how it gives it that tight look. You want your base to be really tight. Now we're going to take another one, go over the top balloon and bring it to the bottom balloon, and we're going to tie it, and it's going to bring it tighter together. We're going to do that, and we're just going to keep on doing this same step, stepping back and seeing where our gaps are, and we're going to continue to fill those gaps with those 260 balloons. Now for the gaps that I have at the top, I'm going to use a rubber band and I'm going to put it around one of my balloons on my quads. And I'm going to get on my stepping stool and I'm going to connect it to my wall. And this is just the method that I take just to fill up the top. You can make 6 basic garlands and then you'll just put that 6th garland across the top and you won't have those spaces up there. But since I only did 5 basic garlands, I'm going to have to go back in and fill in the spaces at the top with quads. And you just use regular rubber bands, the brown large rubber bands, and you put it around one of the balloons in the quads, and you take the quad to the other, to your base, and you're going to connect it together. And I'm going to do it a few more times so you guys can see. I'm just taking those rubber bands and I'm filling in my gaps. And I also went over this in the basic balloon garland mini course as well. So if you have already seen that course, you're pretty familiar with this method. So now I'm just taking those rubber bands and I'm connecting them together to give it a tighter look. You're going to always use either rubber bands, the large brown ones, or the 260 balloons to bring your balloons tighter together. The tighter the look, the better the outcome. So now what I'm doing is I'm just showing you the same step, but I'm showing you at a closer angle. So now that we're closer, you'll see that I'm putting that 260 balloon around the top balloon and bringing it around the bottom. And then I'm tying it. And then it's going to bring those balloons closer together for a tighter look. Now we're going to just step back and see how it looks after we've tightened everything up. You're still going to have small gaps, but we're going to fill those in with the clusters. So now here are our 5-inch clusters that we're going to fill in the rest of the gaps that we have. You're going to take that same brown rubber band and pull it around the neck. And you're going to space that rubber band out just like that. And take that balloon and put that rubber band over it. And it's going to pop that cluster right in place. This is going to be the easiest method that you can use to add clusters. Rubber bands and 260 balloons are going to be your best friend. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep repeating this step as I add all of my clusters to my balloon wall. I'm using a brown rubber band, tying it around, and then you're going to grab that balloon and just pop it around it just like that. And it's going to pop in place. And now I'm going to repeat this until I'm done. Now I'm just showing you guys from the front angle, and I'm just going to go ahead and fill all of my clusters in. Now that I got all of my clusters filled in, this is the outcome. You see how tight and full and firm that this balloon wall looks. And this is going to be your outcome if you follow the exact same steps that I gave you. Now it's time to add a little razzle dazzle. So if you have a neon sign, which is very popular with balloon walls, you're going to get you some fishing wire and take it through the loops that are in the neon sign and tie it together. I already have mine tied together. I just never take it apart. I use it for every event almost, and I just keep my fishing wire connected to it because fishing wire is pretty strong. So now I'm just hanging it up. Stepping back is not where I want it. You're going to always need to step back to make sure everything is everything when you're doing balloons. So I'm just repositioning the sign, stepping back. Now I'm going to hide those cords by just putting them through my balloons. And you just put them between them like that, and it's going to hide your cord. And now there you have it. The perfect, most firm balloon wall. And if you follow every step that I gave you, this is going to be your outcome. Practice makes perfect. And thank